is upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
By number 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Griffin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dodge. This one complete to Scott Miller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
At the 26.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dodge. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Number 23.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On second down, it's Griffin, and he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Dodge. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. The 30. 20. 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
The kicker on for the point.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dodge. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun. Dodge. Space to maneuver at the 40. Completion here to Claypool. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Dodge. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Dodge. Going up top for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Griffin. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Dodge. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. From the gun, Dodge. The catch made by Miller. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Griffin, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Off the play fake. Dodge. And now here is another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. Griffin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That's out to the left flat and complete. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And a 49er first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Oh, no. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
That's good.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Dodge. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Griffin, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Operating from the gun. Dodge. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Off-play action. Dodge escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
On 4th down, Dodge. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Griffin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Another carry.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
45, 45, 45. Here we go again. Check safety, check.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
60 Bison. You don't want to know. Hey, check like 45. Check like 45. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for San Francisco,